Let me just launch our Jupyter notebooks, a spider. Okay. Now we'll see conditions. So if you at all you need to save this, you can go ahead and save this. So we'll have a like simple code. We'll check conditional and statements. Okay. You can give an appropriate name of your requirement. And also, if you want, you can just continue with the numberings, which I didn't follow later on because I messed up over here, and I'm just giving the names itself. So let us go ahead and continue. So here, if condition. So if something is true, okay. So let me just declare a statement like whether our sun has gone down, okay. So the condition will be sun will be equal to, we'll give it a keyword known as sorry, we'll give an string known as down, and we'll check whether sun is, here we have the conditional operator, okay. So the conditional operator is comparison operator, that is double equal to down, okay. If it is down, we can tell print good night. This should be again in terms of a string, print good night, okay. A very basic example. And here will be the part where it will execute no matter with respect to the condition. So I'll print as print end of program, okay. So you can print anything which you are like. So let me just save that and run it. So here it's telling good night, end of program. So if sun is not down, so maybe I'll just give as not down. Any other characters over here, it will check character by character. So if it is not down, what will happen? So it is telling just end of program, it is not executing, okay. So in the same condition, I want to tell multiple times, okay. So the indentation, how exactly it works. So given enter, so here as soon as I hit enter, you can see it is automatically indented with 4 spaces, okay. So it is already indented over here with 4 spaces, you can see that, and few more lines over here. So here I can print maybe I'll tell inside if condition, and I will come back out of the indentation and I'll print as outside if condition, okay. So here I have 2 statements which has to be printed if my sun is equal to down keywords, okay, down string, okay. So let me just save this, okay. It was trying to save interactive Python, okay. So we are telling outside the if condition and end of program. So I can just give back the sun equal to down. So let me run this. So now it is telling good night, we are inside the if condition, and then we are coming out of the if condition and end of program, okay. So this is a simple example for if condition. And what about for if else condition? So maybe we can tell if sun is down, good night, or else, okay. Else is the if and else are the other keywords of Python, okay. So as I was telling, there are few fixed keywords. Now else, if you give colon, automatically it is going back. So because else is not at all a part of if, so it should not be intended, okay. So else we will tell maybe good evening, okay. So maybe you can consider anything, and we are outside the if condition, and finally we are out. Again, you can have multiple statements in else also. So this is the usual way how it is used, and rarely developers will use a single line if condition. They'll always indent or write the statements in the next line, even if there is one single line. Okay. So let me just save this and run it. So here it is telling good night outside the if condition, end of program. So if at all, if the sun is not down, now it should print the else condition, right? So let me save that, run that. So it is telling good evening outside the if condition, end of program. So you can have multiple conditions. So here telling sun is not down, maybe else condition, inside in else condition, in else condition. Okay, so here you can print as in if condition. So let me just go ahead and run that. I can take in else condition, and it is telling good evening. And if you make this down, if you run that, so it is telling good night. If in condition, so in if condition, okay. So that is about if uh, if and else condition. Now what about else if condition? Can we have a different example, or we can uh, tell one more thing? Sun, maybe we can call sunrise and sunset. Sunrise. Okay. So one of them should be true. So that is the condition which we should follow. So I'll tell yes for this. I'll set sunset for no. Okay. So now I think I'll comment out this. So I just want to preserve the all the statements. So let me just comment out everything. So maybe in future when I'm referring back, so I can have an if else condition over here. And now maybe I'll take this and put it down here, and here also I'll keep sun equal to down as it is. Or you can just have a different condition. And since I don't want all the statements to be this one, so we'll use a multi-line comment. Okay, so I can just give 3 comments and 3 comments. So here I can tell if else condition example, and here I can have another 3 comments, but basically I will end the 3 comments over here itself and just line for statements. So elif condition example. So we'll go ahead, we have sunrise yes and sunset no. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll check whether sun has rised. Okay, so sun rised, so we need an if condition. If sunrise equal to yes, then we'll be going to maybe print good morning, or we will do elif sunset is equal to yes. So one of them should be true. Okay, so if there is sunset, we'll print maybe good night. So then the sun has already set. Okay, so one of the 2 conditions. So let me just save this, run it. So let us see which condition it is in. So it is telling invalid syntax. So here I should have a colon, okay, which I forgot to tell before itself. So here also in if condition we can see a colon and a colon over here. So whenever you have conditional statements, there has to be a colon, and the print statement I forgot to open a parenthesis. Okay, so I hope everything is correct now. Let us just run that, and it is telling good night. Okay, now in this condition, if you make this one as S also, it won't be going to the elif part because it will be executing the if part itself. So I've made it S. So let me just run that. So here you can see it is again printing as good morning. So basically it is checking our sunrise. It is yes, and it is not going to sunset part. So no matter whether you change it to no or yes, it doesn't matter because the priority is for sunrise. Okay, if there is sunrise, then definitely it is yes. Okay, a very basic example. And also if you give both as no, it will execute end of program. Maybe I'll copy this statement itself. So outside, maybe I'll have this as else. If both are no, then we'll print maybe invalid input. So our agenda or whatever we have assumed is like we will have one of them as yes and other as no. Okay, so invalid input. So let me just run that, both are no. So here it is saying invalid input and end of program. So this is outside the if elif condition. So even if you have s over here, this will be printed, this will be executed no matter what, because we have it outside the indentation. Okay, whenever we have this code or statements indented, you can have multiple statements also. So those will be coming under that block. Okay, So it can be an if block, else block, or an elif block. Let me just run that. So it is telling good night, end of program. So basically here our sunset is done and sunrise is not. So basically it will check over here, then it will come here, it will execute this, and finally we are out of the program. So that's all with respect to the decision making. So this is very, very, very basics. Okay. So you might have many others also. So maybe you can create whether sunrise and sunset also. So you can use a logical statement as or, and this should be yes. If both are high, or if one of them is high, you can give a condition over here, or this should be no. So basically, sun has rise, but it is not yet set. But that scenario, you can give good afternoon. Okay. If sunset is there is sunset, then good evening. Okay, some other conditions like that. So here we have two conditions where we are combining with a logical operator, that is or. You can also have AND operation. Okay, so basically here it will make more sense when you are going with AND operation. And if you want to check sunset, which is equal to yes, but you want to complement it. Okay, so at that scenario you don't want to run this, so you can give not. So you can go and play around with if else conditions to understand them better. So that's all from this video for making decisions. In the next video, we will see loops.